Today is the day that I finally became a man. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Today is the day that I finally soloed my first mega MCOC boss. This guy took me nearly 12 hours of practice, just dying over and over and over. It took me quite a while to develop what I thought was a smart strategy and approach to this fight, because there is a lot going on. So we're just going to move left to right and try to explain everything that's happening. So, first of all, Professor X, you gotta hold your heavy attack to channel something. I don't know what these are called. I'm a complete noob, but whatever. You gotta channel these things. Once you get 100, some fun things happen. I'm not gonna go into all the details, like when you get 30, there's something happens. I briefly read the details of Professor X, and I was like, let's just go for this. And like I said, it took me about 9 hours to just figure out how Professor X even works. Oh, okay, so now what you're seeing is a falter cooldown because, yeah, again, Professor X is pretty frickin' cool. So you can falter and make the opponent miss. There's a little cool-ass timer that pops up, and that allows you to gain some more channel charges, which, again, very important. The other little thing that you see up there on your screen is the prowess symbol. That makes my special attacks hit a little bit harder. And, well, when I say a little bit, I mean a lot of it, especially when we get 10. But that doesn't happen for a while because timers are very tricky. Okay, over and under Icarus, that little gray one that's rotating there, that's a protection shield because Icarus is a little bitch. And so you have to knock him down every once in a while to get rid of that, or your damage is going to be, well, next to nothing. That other little thing next to him is, I think it's called an energy charge. And those things are nasty. Whew, I learned my lesson the hard way. Because, again, I didn't really read anything about this. I was just like, whatever. Well, if he gets over 6, if he gets 7 and he starts throwing his specials, you just take stupid energy. Okay, I'm trolling him right there. I hope everybody watched that. Everybody caught that. That was amazing. I trolled him with my falter mechanic. But if this dude gets 7 of these energy charges and he starts throwing his specials, you're just gonna die. Unless you got some crazy energy resistance and, well, Professor X, he ain't quite got all that going on. So that's kind of the premise here. Now let's break down the hits and what I'm trying to do and the strategy and the baiting of the specials and the heavy attacks and all the other fun stuff that's going on. So, first things first, do not hit this guy with a light attack. You do that, you give him an energy charge, it's a bad time. Next thing, don't let him hit you with a light attack into your block. He's gonna get an energy charge and it's a bad time. So what I'm trying to do is hit into his block with a medium, bait out a heavy so that I can channel a little bit of those things so that I can have some awesome special attacks, because when you get 100 and you start throwing your specials, you consume less power, you can get prowess, you can refresh your prowess. That's kind of the whole name of the game here with Professor X. What makes this tricky though is all those son of a gun timers. It's very, very tough to manage to keep your prowess up, to make sure that your damage is getting through by bypassing that stupid protection. So for me, the name of the game is trying to get to some special twos. That's really all I wanted to do, was launch the nastiest, biggest, most disgusting special two I could muster. But again, it was quite tricky getting all those prowesses to stay. And trying to just land heavy attacks. Another small, unfortunate thing is this is only a rank 2, so my power gain is not going to be nearly as good as if I were using a rank 5-star. It's kind of, I noticed it quite a bit in this. I was like, man, if I could just gain a little bit more power on those heavy attacks, like, oh, it'd be so great. And his awakened ability would be pretty nice for getting some extra channeling charges. But there are a couple fun little tricks that I end up pulling off later on in this fight, but it's a doozy. It's just a lot of repetition and just waiting for the right moment to go in. I don't want to hit him with a medium attack because that puts a power detonation charge on me. I don't know if I've had one yet or if I explained that yet, but if I hadn't, those things aren't really cool, because if you don't use a special attack, oh hey, look, speak of the devil, power detonation. So if you don't use a special attack, you're gonna take some energy damage. And again, using his special attacks, trying to time it with the protection, it's very, very tricky to maintain your prowess. However, that little power detonation is actually gonna become a lifesaver, because the willpower healing you get from that is absolutely fantastic. You're gonna see here in a little while that I'm gonna get wrecked by the end of a special one, and I almost lost hope at that point, and I was like, you know what, no, it's time to start kicking some butt. Once he gets down to about, like 50%, I finally start realizing how to like properly utilize Professor X and his mechanics. It just, so much thought went into this, and when I started finally executing it like properly and getting the right distancing on the specials and baiting the heavies, listen, this guy, he does not like to throw his heavy attacks. I started trying to manipulate the AI, so to speak, so there will be a couple times when I go in with the medium on his block and nothing happens, right? So I go back, I will do a light attack, I'll just whiff him, and then go back in with the medium on his block, and then sometimes he'll throw his heavy. It doesn't always work, but I don't know, I was like, you know what, it's worth a try. So here we go. I'm starting to get angry at this point. I'm like, this dude's he's really irritating. I'm not getting any of my prowess back. And so I just went ham with those heavy attacks and the falter mechanic there. And then at this point, I think I started realizing, like, all right, the falter mechanic's pretty cool. And I'm like, maybe if I started saving the power from those specials, I could get back to a special 2 faster. And yeah, well, wouldn't you know it, that's what I start doing here at some point. That was a pretty nice special 2. And at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm feeling pretty good. This is like my, I don't know, 45th attempt at least. I had 3 other really close runs. I spent 21 minutes in the arena with this guy. He got down to 13%. This is before I took Professor X up to rank 2. He was only at rank 1, maxed out at rank 4, 5-star level. So this fight was miserable. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use a rank up gem. I'm gonna get him to rank 2 and as high level as I can. So he's level 25, and I'm like, this is it. If I could spend 20 minutes in here with a rank 4 and get him down to 13%, if I had a little extra damage, that fight would have been over. And so I dumped every last resource I had into Professor X. And he's already just a badass champion, not just for this fight specifically, but I had such a fun time planning my strategy for this. And I think it went pretty well. There's definitely a lot of moments watching this back. There are quite a few times that I could have improved my strategy, like a million times improved it, especially with the falter mechanic and trying to maintain my prowess. But man, this was it was so much fun. And I got a little frustrated along the way. Definitely stick around, because I will absolutely put in some not so great moments of me getting absolutely destroyed. There were a few mistakes that I made. One of the ones that I specifically remember, because I was like, okay, you cannot do that anymore. Just do not do that. Which is trying to bait a heavy attack while he has a bar of power, and then countering with my heavy attack. If you're off by just a millisecond, he will intercept you with a special 1 and you'll die. I learned that lesson the hard way quite a few times. Another lesson that I learned was it's not always safe, especially when he has a bar of power, and you have 2 bars of power. You got 100, channel whatever Disney Plus charges, and you go ahead and try to like dash in and like intercept him and throw your special. Nah, son, he got a special 1. He's gonna throw it first because he's better. So it's just best to not mess with a bar of power. Throw your specials when he has no power, and just don't risk it. Now, you're gonna see here very soon, I'm talking in the next like 10-ish hits, I'm gonna eat a special one, or the end of it. But I have a plan. I have a strategy on how to gain more health, and I cannot wait to explain that because, again, it's a bit tricky, and it's something that I really had to spend some time thinking about because with the timers and everything else that's going on, it's kind of wild. I mean, this dude's he's stacked 600,000 something health, 16,000 attack. Like, there's really no room for error. And then trying to maximize your damage so that you're not in here for 7 hours, you know, trying to take down one opponent. And here it is. Get wrecked. I mistimed the spacing on that special, but I'm like, all right, it's okay. I got willpower. It's all good. What I want to do now is hit him with a medium attack. Boom, there it is. He has no power. I have a special one activated, so that power detonation is just giving me some healing now. So I'm kind of making up for the damage that I took. Of course, I don't want to take any more damage, so I have to throw that special one to get rid of the power detonation. But I survived the end of that. I survived the incinerates, and now I'm like, all right, I just about died. I cannot make these mistakes anymore. It is time. I am sick of this. I'm sick of this fight. I've been doing it for 12 hours. That's how long it takes a scrub like me to perfect muscle movement and learn the AI. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. This dude's gonna get some nasty special 2s sent his way, and I'm going to end this fight. And I'm hoping that the rewards at the end of Eternity of Pain, I hope they benefit my account because it'd be pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to make a few more videos for all the old subscribers and fans of my live streams and stuff from like years ago. My account has come a long way. But I had to share this because this was a monumental moment in my MCOC career. I just can't even believe that I was able to do this. I'm like, I haven't even completed Labyrinth of Legends. I don't even care about the Abyss. Things like this that are a true challenge, you can just go in over and over and over and practice as much as you want. I think this is just absolutely so much fun. And regardless of the amount of time that I spent practicing this pointless thing, I have not had this much enjoyment playing this game as I have doing this solo, because I've never been this good to be able to do it. I don't know. Something has changed with my fingers, and I cannot express how happy that makes me. Well, I think I'm going to shut my trap and let you guys just enjoy the last few minutes of this video, because Icarus is about to get fucked. I hope you're enjoying the ride, because the final Special 2 to end it all is coming your way. This is it. The final moment. This is the Captain America picking up Mjolnir and whooping Thanos' ass moment of my MCOC career. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Icarus Solo! I want to thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. If you stuck around to the end, well, enjoy some clips of me getting wrecked. Of course, if you want, hit that subscribe button. You'll see lots of videos of my cats, sometimes some MCOC. Take care, and I'll catch you on the flip side.